Alright guys, on today's episode of Cooking Meth in a Barn with High Noon Racing. Alright, Ryan, door number one.
Oh, fancy. I like that little crystal thing.
Yeah, it's the wife's. I stole it.
Frankenstein.
Right. Here's your toy box.
Oh, dude, sick. Thanks, bud.
Yeah. Pistons, rods, crank. We'll dive into that in a minute. We gotta set all this up. Oh. What we got? Junk.
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
Oh, nice! Minty fresh Gen 4 rod and piston for a 5.3.
Dude, why are there only 7 in here?
He can't count. Got some LA's awesome. I'm gonna show y'all how to make these look like brand new. These look fantastic. A little skirt wear, but we ain't scared. Still got the bearings in them. Look at them.
Dude, we ain't gotta buy bearings. Just gap these rings and put them in.
Don't tempt me. Alright. Look at these bad man pajamas. We're gonna get these cleaned up in a minute. Let's check out what's in the Frankenstein box. No, not us poor folks. That's just the box. What's inside it, it's probably not from Frankenstein. You should know that. We are much too poor. Oh, what a deal. What a deal. 58X crank. Hell yeah. We're gonna get this looking like brand new. I'm liking what I'm seeing, boys. Alright guys, on today's episode of Cooking Meth in a Barn with High Noon Racing, we're going to cook these rods back to clean. Let me show you how. And pistons. LA is totally awesome. You can get it at the dollar store for $6 per gallon. We're just going to dump it in. Oh baby, we're not mixing it, we're not cutting it, we're dumping it in. You're going to immediately notice how it starts changing color in there. Oh yeah. Let's hit it with another one. Beautiful. We're going to let that come to a simmer, aka we're going to let the bubbles dissolve, and y'all will notice that that yellow stuff is going to be brown. And we're going to let these sit in here for a little while, then we'll start scrub-a-dub-dubbing. Alright? Alright, now while that's cooking up, what we need to do is go to our main course over here. Gen 4 58X crank. First thing we're going to do is feed it enough of this heavy-duty oven cleaner to kill a horse. No pun intended, Rip. And then pressure ma wash it off. Get it all sparking like. I gotta go get a hose.
Where's that pot you have? I need me a hit.
Pot right there. Oven cleaner.
Now go on ahead and liberally apply the oven cleaner to the crankshaft. Allow it to sit for 5 to 7, 8, 9 minutes, and then pressure wash it off. Apply another coat and repeat until your hands look like raisins.
Alright, now y'all know what time it is. Time to blow it all off. Alright, you ready? You gotta hit it with the WD so it don't flash rust.
You thought we was done there, huh? No, sir. Get you one of these brushes on Amazon that goes into a drill, okay? Get you your drill and give it a blap. Yeah, that'll do.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take an old bottle, chuck this little eagle towel in here, cut the top off this joker.
You're doing.
I'm cutting the top off of this joker.
What you're doing, man.
What are you doing, Mom? Then we're gonna fill this with the schmoo in there and clean one piston at a time. And then its final bath, it'll get in mineral spirits. Then maybe some squirts of WD-40. So this is recycled. LA's awesome. I just stored it back in a bottle because it probably still works. And we're gonna figure that out. What you're gonna do, pull your piston out. It's already pretty doggone clean without touching it, which is why we like this LA's awesome. Oh my god. Yeah, it's coming right off. About to get Squirrely Dan up in here. Put y'all on the time lapse. Chuck's trying to get my teddy with his pinchers. Oh my goodness. Get. You want the hand?
Oh, I got it.
You get. Alright guys, so all done. Bottle it back up because we found out this stuff actually still works after it gets all oil saturated.
Surprisingly, it doesn't eat plastic.
Yeah, and it still works really well, so stuff is totally awesome. Yeah, we got a little schmoo on there.
Look at your valve covers, dude, with all the poo on them.
Yeah, we'll just have to.
I mean, we got a weld on them anyway.
Yeah, we gotta clean them off.
Tear
So.
the paint up anyway.
Yep. So still have some left over. We're gonna bottle it up and recycle it. And yep, got 3 jugs left over. Started with 2. Take a looky look at what we got going on here. Okay, you know, not bad for a couple of guys just out here doing hot rod stuff.
With Dollar General degreaser.
Under the barn. Not bad at all. Alright, last thing we're gonna do is polish, crank, and measure it. All right, crank journals all polished up. Did a quick measurement with calipers. I got micrometers at my house, but I did a quick measurement with calipers and everything's looking stock, so that's good. Didn't sand nothing, we just polished. So it's looking like a minty crank. Let me show y'all how I polished it. I bought this $10 lawnmower pulley at Ace Hardware. Got some nuts, beat them in there on both ends, threaded this bolt through, and then I used the center punch around this center of this thing. See how it looks all jagged in there? So I center punch down, and then I center punch at an angle, so it created a bunch of hooks. Then I just make loops out of this rope, and then I just go around with the polish. Simple as that. Clean it up, cleaned all the oil galleys, good to go.
So as you can see, we definitely cleaned these up to new. But now let's talk about piston skirts. Now for those of you that are new here, I got this rotating assembly shipped to me from Mr. George for a great price. Mr. George finds and locates GM blocks, rotating assemblies, Gen 4, Gen 3, 6 liter, 6.2 liter, whatever you want, aluminum block, iron block, he'll find and will ship to you for a great price. Now, I already talked to Mr. George and he's already mailing me out 4 new pistons, not new, but 4 different ones to replace these. These 4 are unacceptable to use, and let me teach you how to know what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. Now, on first glance, you wouldn't expect it, but these pistons on the side skirts have multiple layers. The first one is a coating. If the coating is gone, I am not worried about running the piston. Not at all. Now, the next layer is machining marks. You will notice that those are those horizontal lines that go from top to bottom. If those machining marks are not visible, like they disappear, you have to look close, then I would not run it. That's at a point where you might get piston slap, and I don't want to might get piston slap. So that's how I judge a piston skirt. If you enjoyed my video, make sure to subscribe. If you got a question, drop a comment below. And most of all, make sure to smash that like button. I need my videos to get seen by more people. This is getting expensive. Oh, and for my subscribers that've been watching from day 1 or day 100, whatever. Yes, we're still saving money. Next step is going to be torque converter. We'll probably have the short block together before then, but those are the next steps. All right, guys, I will catch you guys in the next one.